punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go now! Check! Okay. Yeah. Check nine. Tighten up.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love. 75 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
74.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Shotgun now for Wentz. Steps away to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd down, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Check one. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
From the gun, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
It's a party now. It's a party now. 45, Mike.
Back to the air, Haskins after the pick 6. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check 3.
First carry for Darius Geis. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come get some. Come on here.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
First down, Eagles.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. From the gun, it's Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
To throw is Wentz. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Check. Hey, Alpha. 20. Yo.
Wentz going to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Redskins 7.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Third down. Here's Haskins. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, this from 49. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Solid. Come again. You go tight. You got tight. You pushed on Travis. More Tokyo.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw, it's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Watch twist.
On first down, here's Love. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Wentz on third down. And Jeffrey's got it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
On second down, it's Love. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Under 10, 10.
Now it's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 4 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. The touchdown all set up by the big play, 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ready, fire, Mike. Ready, fire. Check. Hey, exit.
Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
It's our time. Jump. Let's find two. Switch.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. 120.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Going up top. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Pick it up. 40. Out. 46 down, man. 5-4.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Escaping the touchdown, Eagles. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wentz completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Go. 180. Hey, grip 5-2. Come here. Hey, box truck. Round. Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43. Again, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Geis. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on third down. Haskins. Dorsett making the catch. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. You can't hang. He's not going to get me. 95 to Sam. Now check his mic. Too little. Tyson. Check 3.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Redskins' 14-yard line. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go. Sunday. 95 is Mike. Watch 95. Run. Take that. There you go. Kill.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Back at the 42.
Mike, 47. Man, I got you. Man. One. Hey, check, Mike, 40. Protein spill. 3. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Nate Gary on the tackle.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Complete. Richardson has it. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. It'll go as a pickup at 14 and a Washington first down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Love. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Geis. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Mike, 45.
On first down, it's Boyd. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the slide. Check 37. Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Boyd. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Here we go. 47 Mike.
Mariota to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Tighten up, Greg. Tighten up.
First throw of overtime for Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Go. 180. 87. 87. Hey, Charlie.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
Here's Sanders. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Better kill it and did it again. Put in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinded my head out. In the end zone with the leg out. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own it.